Okay, so now that I have unrolled all my pieces, what I'm going to attempt to do now is to make my life a little bit easier so that I could fold this back up in a relatively simple way. Okay, so this one right here, let's work on that first. If I take this piece and maybe I'll go to the top view, take that piece, right? I know that this piece right here is a solid piece, so that's probably the bottom. I know that these two are the top right here, or this piece and this piece are the top right here. I have that solar noon whatever thing hole right there, as well as the sunset porch, and this is the entrance porch, I can imagine. If I take this thing and explode it, I should be able to rotate this piece. Rotate that from there to there, and now this is the top piece. All I have to do is fold the side pieces down, and then this bottom piece will be just the bottom piece. Okay, that would be a fairly easy way of kind of keeping your workload somewhat manageable. Okay, another option may be to take this thing and join all the walls together. Okay, so if I take this one, that's a wall right there. So let's take these two guys, rotate, and from there to there, I know that that is a wall that should be next to that one. If I rotate these three from there to there 90 degrees, those are walls that should belong together. Okay, and this one right here, if I rotate this wall down 90 degrees, now all of my walls are attached. I could even take this one, which is the roof, and since I don't want to deal with making a long glue mark, I could take this piece and rotate that as well. Rotate that to that to that, and then this one, I probably don't want to make all these little glue marks on these little joints right here, so I will rotate that as well, and rotate that to that, and I should have a fairly clean model it'll be easier to make. Okay, the bottom piece, I guess it doesn't really matter where it goes. I'm just going to keep it right there so that I'll have a nesting area. So there's two options right here. You could pretty much kind of visualize this cross being folded back into a box. This one right here, if I fold all the walls together, then I know that those are all the walls, this is the bottom, those are the top pieces, and I should be able to make reconstruct that three-dimensional box. Okay, so there's two options right there. Just keep in mind which would be the easier for you to glue, which would be the easier for you to fold. Okay, on some parts it might be harder to fold a short little piece, so you might want to keep that as a separate piece or something like that. Okay, so right now I have two separate parts. Okay, and that's how I'll take care of the outer shell surface. Now for the inner one right here, this one right here was also, this is a sunset porch, right? So if I turn this around, we know that that right here is where the sun's supposed to go in and shine on the statue or something at the sunset on the equinox or whatever. Okay, I know that this portion right here is a floor, this is a wall, that portion right there is the ceiling of that said object. So this piece, if I fold this in right there, I'll have to fold these all up against it. So I think I'll explode this piece and rotate all of these back together. Rotate from there 90 degrees, and then do the same with this piece, so that now I have just a short glue length that all I have to do is deal with. It's just a short glue length. Okay, so that's that. This piece right here I don't really have to worry about. All I have is these two flaps. This one right here, all I have is that little flap, so the rest is fairly clean. This one right here, that's the door, so I must be kind of upside down right now, so I'll reorient myself so that I can understand this drawing a little bit better. Okay, so this floor is the entrance, that's the side that is supposed to be the corner, and that's the entrance wall. So if I want the floor to be right here, so that all I have to do is glue that part and that part and avoid the long gluing right there, I could keep it as that. However, if I do that, just a warning, if I explode this thing and rotate this piece from there to there to there, which is what I've done with the other ones, right? Okay, and that will work. However, I have these little pieces right there that I have to contend with, to deal with. So sometimes I might just say, I'm going to keep this and I'm just going to fold that part and glue this part, which will work the same way. And again, you have to decide which might be the easiest way for you to work. Okay, let's try to judge the thing. If I needed space, because museum mount board is kind of expensive, so if I wanted to save space, I might forego the little convenience and make it so that it's right here, so I don't have wasted area. Okay, so that's a choice as well. So right there I have the shell and the inner pieces right there. So I think I'm ready to get this thing even further prepped for the laser cutter. Okay.